It all began on a cold morning off the coast of Vancouver Island. The waters were calm, almost deceptively so. Jessica Radcliffe stood at the bow of the research vessel, scanning the horizon with sharp eyes. She had studied orcas for years, but nothing could have prepared her for what was coming. The ocean seemed alive that day. Every ripple looked suspicious, every shadow beneath the surface hinted at something massive moving. Jessica had heard reports of unusual orca activity, aggressive behavior toward boats, even toward humans in the water. She wasn't convinced, not yet. Orcas were intelligent, but they weren't supposed to be killers of humans. Then the dorsal fin appeared. It was enormous, slicing through the surface like a black blade. The crew gasped, some grabbing cameras, others instinctively stepping back. Jessica didn't step back. She gripped the railing tighter and leaned forward. The whale's eyes broke the surface for a moment, and in them she saw something she couldn't explain. Not curiosity, not hunger. It was intent. The orca was watching her as much as she was watching it. "Get a reading on its tag," Jessica called out, but her voice betrayed a tremor. This wasn't a playful animal. This wasn't the typical orca encounter researchers bragged about in documentaries. The killer whale was circling. Then came the strike. The vessel shuddered violently as the whale rammed its hull. Coffee mugs shattered on the deck. Equipment toppled. A deckhand screamed as he lost his footing. Jessica barely stayed upright. "Power down the engines," she yelled. "Don't provoke it," but it was too late. The orca rammed them again. Harder. Jessica's heart pounded. Not out of fear for herself, but fear of what this meant. Why would an orca attack a stationary boat? The next few minutes felt unreal. The whale surfaced so close Jessica could see the scars on its head, white against jet-black skin. It let out a burst of air from its blowhole, loud, almost angry. The sound vibrated through her chest. Jessica locked eyes with it again. In that moment, she understood she wasn't dealing with a random wild animal. This whale knew exactly what it was doing. It was sending a message. The crew begged her to retreat below deck. She refused. "If it wanted us dead," she said, "we'd be dead already." Her voice was calm, but her knuckles were white on the railing. Another slam rocked the ship. This one bent the metal. A loud crack rang out near the bow. The killer whale was testing the vessel, probing its weakness like a predator circling wounded prey. Jessica's mind raced. Had someone harmed this whale? Was it retaliation? Had other boats harassed it? She needed answers, but first she had to survive. The orca suddenly vanished beneath the surface. The water went still, eerily still. Every second felt like an hour. Jessica strained to hear anything, a splash, a movement, but there was only silence. Then it breached. The massive black and white body shot out of the ocean like a missile, slamming into the waves just yards from the ship. The spray soaked Jessica from head to toe, but she didn't move. She simply stared at it, refusing to show fear. The whale rolled onto its side, almost lazily, keeping one eye fixed on her. It was studying her, judging her. The rest of the crew huddled in terror, but Jessica spoke softly, almost in a whisper. "I'm not here to hurt you," she said. She doubted it could understand her words, but maybe it could understand her tone. Orcas were known for complex communication, advanced problem-solving, even cultural memory. If this whale remembered humans, what did it remember? Something terrible, she suspected. The standoff stretched on. For over an hour, the killer whale shadowed their vessel. Sometimes it surfaced, calmly, other times it rammed them just hard enough to scare, never to sink. It was playing with them, or warning them. When the Coast Guard finally arrived, sirens blaring, the whale slipped away. Just like that, it was gone. But Jessica knew this wasn't over. It wasn't a random attack. It was deliberate. Back on land, she pored over records of orca sightings. Tag data revealed the whale's identity, T39B, a male about 20 years old. But there was something unusual about him. Several sightings placed him near fishing boats that had mysteriously disappeared. Jessica couldn't shake the thought. Was this whale avenging its pod? Was it striking back at human encroachment? Or was it simply learning that boats could be challenged? Weeks later, Jessica went back to sea. Against every warning, every regulation, she returned to the whale's territory. She needed to see it again. She needed answers face to face. And she got them. On the third day, as fog rolled over the waves, the dorsal fin appeared again. Jessica stood at the bow, alone this time. No weapons, no equipment running, just silence. The killer whale approached slowly. It rose higher in the water, exhaling sharply, as if announcing its presence. Jessica raised her hands, palms open, and spoke again. I'm not here to hurt you. I just want to understand. The whale circled once, twice. Then it surfaced just feet away, its eye level with hers. Time froze. For a moment, Jessica swore she saw recognition in its gaze.